a super grounding yin practice, starting with Ganesha Mudra. Hook your fingers in front of your heart, gently tug your elbows apart. This one gives you the strength and the courage to deal with whatever obstacles may come your way, especially in this busy holiday season. So we're going to do lots of super grounding poses that'll help you maintain a sense of calm in your body temple as we go through busy and perhaps stressful times in our life. Change the direction of your hands, put the other palm facing in, opposite one facing out. Hook your fingers, drag the elbows apart, charge up your heart center. It's like a little battery pack for your heart. Take another deep breath here, all the way in. Sip in just a little more at the top. Hold the breath in, lifting your pelvic floor muscles. You're holding the base and you're also tucking the chin back just a touch. And then you can exhale and let the arms go, let the breath go. So we're going to start in the saddle pose today, sitting on the feet. So your feet together, your knees can be a little bit apart, and then you walk yourself backwards onto the hands, and that might be plenty right there. You can always pile up blankets, bolsters, etc. behind you, something to lay on. You can use as many props as you like. Or if you have the range, so you can come down to your elbows, let the head fall back, you might stay there. Or to take the fullest expression, you would lie all the way down on your shoulder blades. I like a little pillow for my head here, so I tuck something underneath just my head, but you can use props as much as you like in this pose. And then you allow gravity to bring the knees down towards the earth. And then, as in all yin poses, there might be a few moments of sacred fidgeting before you finally settle into a shape that you feel like you can really live in. In each of these poses today that we're going to hold for about 5 minutes each, once you settle in, then ask yourself, how do I live here? And you can let the breath become a little bit more calm and quiet once you settle into the shape as well. Scan your body for anywhere that you feel the muscles gripping the bone and ask them to release or hold. They can fall away from the bones. And the weight of the bones can drop a little deeper towards the earth. If you are holding opposite arms above the head, at this time you can change the cross of your arms, reach for the other elbow on top. Allow the whole front body to soften and descend towards the back body. Allow the knees to feel even heavier as gravity helps them drop down towards the earth. For the last bit here, allow yourself to really fall under the surface, to slip down into the pose, and let it have you completely. To come out of it, begin by deepening your breath. You can place your hands on your feet. If you're all the way down, use the elbows to press yourself up, the head hanging back, and then finally the last thing to come up is the head. And just a little rinsing out in between shapes here. You can take any cleansing, rinsing movement that you like. I like to lean back onto my forearms and wash the knees from side to side. You might prefer something else. You can move, or you can just take a still pose. Anything that helps you feel like you're coming back to neutral. And then our next pose will be the happy baby, holding it a little longer than you would in a normal yoga class. So reaching for the outer edges of your feet. You can always, if you don't reach the feet, you can always hold on to your ankles or even your pants. Allow the thigh bones to descend with the weight of gravity, the feet facing the ceiling. Shin bones perpendicular-ish to the floor. Nothing has to be perfect here, though. Allow the tailbone to drop, the back of the heart to widen. We won't hold this one for 5 minutes, just a few, because it can get pretty intense. It's the great thing about yin yoga, though, is that you work with these different feelings and you try not to take them personally. Imagine you're like an old tree. It's been around for thousands of years. To last that long, you got to be really good at not taking things personally. Just kind of stand there and observe, unruffled and undisturbed. Notice what's in the way of the shape, what's in the way of the deepening. So you don't have to do any more. Just keep stripping away the tension and the holding and the gripping until you and the shape merge even deeper. Relax your jaw, your tongue, even your teeth, your forehead and your eyebrows. And then you can take a deep breath in and exhale, release the pose. And as always, between a rinsing, a neutralizing, here I'm in constructive rest pose with the knees falling together and hands on the belly. You can take that, or you can move as you like. Then we'll take a supine twist. And in general, you choose your more open side first. So dropping the knees to one side, letting the heart spill open in the opposite direction. You can either have the arm like a cactus, or you can take the arm above your ear alongside your cheek. That'll help pool the prana, the chi, in the shoulder joint. But if that gets uncomfortable, of course, you're allowed to switch it. It's a great pose for digestion and for healing the gut. They say we actually have a second brain in our gut. It might even be more important than our first brain in our head. That a lot of the happy, feel-good chemicals in our body, they're actually made in our gut and then sent to the brain and out to different parts of us. So a healthy system, a healthy belly, a healthy digestive system leads to a much more joyful life. Check in again with a scan of yourself from top to bottom and inside and out. Allow your skin to soften. Take a deep breath into the space between the muscles and the skin. Feel the whole outline of you relax. Let the muscles drape off the bones. Before you come out, you might just rock the head a bit from side to side. And then you can start to make your way slowly back to center, finding the place in the middle of things where you can rinse away the last shape and prepare yourself well for the next one. Take your knees to the other side. Stretch the opposite arm away from you. Fall into the back of your heart and relax. Most of the time in our lives, the intensity is so dialed up. But can you stay attentive but dial down the intensity? You can be attentive without intense. If your mind starts to wander, just gently bring it back and remind yourself that the most good that you can do happens by staying right where you are, present in the moment with your body and your breath. We trick ourselves into thinking we can plan or plot or manage our lives while we're in yoga or resting. But the truth is, the most benefit comes from staying right here. can start to deepen your breath, rock the head a bit, make your way back to center. If you like constructive rest pose, take that. It's nice to cross the arms over your chest. That's, I believe, the classical constructive rest pose, or you can always put your hands somewhere else. And without any sense of urgency, you can start to make your way up to sitting. We'll finish with the caterpillar pose. That's a long-legged forward bend. I like to scoop my forearms underneath my knees, really just at the bottom of the thighs. You can always roll a blanket, bolster a pillow up under there. You can also sit on one if you like. And allow your spine to drape forward over your legs. It can round, the head can drop. If you want to put a block underneath your head, you can do that too. And you get yourself situated, and then you find a home in the shape where you can rest. Imagine your body is like the sweetest house. You can come in and just take your shoes off and fall into the couch and let go of all the busyness, all the doing, all the stressing, and just settle in. Check in and see if there's a way that you can release to gravity even more. Empty yourself into the pose. Empty your mind. Empty each breath out until it's gone. Empty the weight of you into the earth. Last few moments to really fall into the pose. And then slowly make your way up. Take a seat, a simple seat, and we'll seal it all in with Ganesha Mudra again, tugging the fingers apart in front of the chest. Breathing deeply, dropping the breath right down into the wells of the heart. Switching and flipping the grip so the other hand is in front. Hook the fingers, tug them apart. Feel your spine rise in response, reaching towards the sky, sitting bones anchoring you so deep into the ground. And you can release, stretch out your legs, lie down, and take your Shavasana. Give yourself time to really incorporate all this great work that you did. Namaste.